there.
Yep, whenever you're ready.
Hello, and welcome to Podstache, the Wednesday edition. To my face is...
Brian Lee.
To the left.
Justin Shank.
And to the right.
Powerful Christopher Lee.
All right, and we have some guests. We have Lizzie Gertie and Nick Borma here today.
Hey.
Birthday boy Nick Borma.
Birthday boy. How many spanks do you get?
All right.
So,
In front of all of you, I have poured.
My urine.
Oh, nice. One is laced with poison.
Never go to a land battle with Sicilian. So lots of beers. I'm like, oh, it tastes like, like it'll say it's supposed to taste like something, and a lot of times it's like, oh, okay, I can see a hint of that or whatever like that. The other day I bought the variety pack of Magic Hat. And fine people. They have many great products. I wish we were affiliated with them, but whatever. Magic Hat number 9 is probably one of my more favorite beers. And inside this variety pack was a line of beer that I never had from them. So I want all of you to go ahead and
It's not a Malort beer, is it?
no. And I want you guys to go ahead and
Just smelling it.
super,
I already know what it is.
Okay.
super bitter, and it tastes like a seed or something like that at the end. I don't know.
Tastes.
Kind of tastes like a sour Corona with lime.
Yeah. It like it either tastes vegetable to me or like.
Cactus.
It tastes like something I've tasted before. I don't know if that's good or bad at this point, though.
people. No, it's cucumber as shit, isn't it?
There you go.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cucumber and hibiscus.
Cool.
I don't like.
Is it cool?
I don't know if I don't think I like
I'm not
it.
the biggest fan.
I don't dislike it. I mean, it's not bad.
With that said, it is beer, and we have to drink it.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, like I'm like, oh, cucumber. I'm like, right on. And then like as I'm opening it, Nick's just like, yeah, dude, like I bought that like cucumber Gatorade, but like it was green. And I thought it was lemon lime.
They have
and,
a
like,
cucumber Gatorade now?
I guess.
That sounds
He's like, yeah, dude, like I thought it was lemon lime, and I drank it, and I fucking saw his cucumber. He's like, dude, I couldn't fucking finish the damn thing, and I don't know how I feel about this.
And isn't cucumber like 80% water or something?
I imagine so, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I don't know.
Well, there's another one in there. It's all you.
Sweet. I might.
I'm not gonna.
You'll get a kick out of this story. Like, speaking of Magic Hat number
Cucumber?
9. No. House Pub story. That's been in the papers and shit, so it's not private news at all. Like
House pubs in St. Charles?
Yeah.
Okay. The house is in DeKalb?
the house, yeah,
Oh.
the House Pub in St. Charles. Because the first time I ever had Magic Hat was there. They were in the paper because I guess like last month, like there was like 2 cops at a stoplight, and they saw like this dude who was like blasted, like stumbling down the fucking street. And they're like, well, where the fuck is he going,
Right.
So they followed him, and he went to the House Pub. So they parked their cars, followed him to the House Pub, and the House Pub had served him a whiskey and Coke, which is illegal. Like, if someone is visibly intoxicated, you're not supposed to serve them if they're that drunk, So the cops are like, you guys, can't do that. He's obviously intoxicated as shit.
Their exact phrasing.
Yeah. We got to report this to the Liquor Commission. We can, citation for this and shit. And I guess our good friend House Pub Tom started getting into it with the cops. And I guess it kept escalating, where he just started swearing at the cops and telling them, get the fuck out of my bar, get the fuck out of my bar.
Sure, like saying that.
And then I guess, like, the cops said something along the lines of, like, you got to be more choiceful about who patronizes your bar. And his response... All the papers posted about this. Patronize this. Grabs his nuts, tells the cops to patronize this, and says, get the fuck out of here. The cops are like, yeah, you're definitely getting reported for this, and you're, like fighting an officer and shit.
Yeah.
They're really not giving them that bad of a deal, though. Like, they only have $1,000 fine, and they're closed for 3 days.
That's a lot.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Yay.
And this is not their first offense for anything like that. They've had numerous offenses. So, obviously the house pub is in the wrong in every way because they had to go to a hearing in front of the liquor commission last week. And they're like, well, if the police officer saw this guy was visibly intoxicated, why didn't they arrest him for public intoxication? And they're like, we can't just leave our cars parked at stoplights, right? Like, we have to park our cars in a parking spot, and then we can follow a guy for that. Unless it's a real emergency where we have to stop the traffic, we can't just leave our cars. Well, that's bullshit. If you saw him that drunk, you should have arrested him right there. Again, we have to park our cars before we can do anything. So the house pub, being the ultra awesome, classy establishment they are hosting another one of those WTF parties. It is
invite only or
whatever. Yeah. It is the patronize this party, glorifying their owner's belligerent assholishness, telling police to go fuck themselves. So House Pub, really fucking winning it right now, man. Yeah. Fuck that place. Their owner Steve, man, he's a cool fucking guy. I'll talk nice about him every day.
Is he the blonde?
The blonde guy. He's cool, man, because he used to be the bartender at Eastside Pub. I used to go there all the time. Cool fucking guy. Tom is an asshole.
Yeah.
And it's not like I have to keep this private because all of this is in the fucking paper for everybody to read.
Yeah.
But like they have had like, this guy's been posting the updates on the St. Charles Patch website, and you can tell it's like the house pub and all their little cronies are going to the website. There's like 80 fucking comments on each article, and they're just like, you're an idiot. Why are you even reporting on stuff like this? And the guy's like, I'm just reporting on the news, man. Like, this happened. This is the St. Charles Patch. This happened in St. Charles. Kind of ridiculous. A bar owner would act this way to police. I'm reporting on it. It's an article. Well, you're going to leave your opinion out of it. He's like, I'm a journalist. I'm allowed to have an opinion. And they're like, well, you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Like, and then these people are just just telling this guy is a moron and shit. And it's like, you guys just like the house pub too much.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty funny. That they're glorifying him being like an asshole to cops.
Yeah.
By hosting the party, calling it that. And somehow this guy is still a fucking bar owner in St. Charles who hasn't had his liquor license yanked yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's coming.
Well, they've had, there was at one point in time when they had like 3 in a row. Like serving an underage or serving after hours, then giving away too many free drinks or something like that. Because you can't do that either,
Right.
So like it's not like they're new to the whole world of. St. Charles in general is a bar town, so every bar there's had citations, but they've been in the paper multiple times for that shit. Now it's gotten to the point where a hotshot bar owner thinks he can tell the cops to go fuck themselves.
I'm surprised they didn't do anything right then and there.
Yeah.
Either writing them a ticket or
they might have. I didn't like. It didn't say anything. I think that the main point of the whole thing was the liquor issue.
Yeah.
Because the people are kind of in St. Charles are getting kind of up in arms about it because St. Charles used to be kind of a quieter town. Like when we were growing up,
right?
It wasn't a bar town, and then they slowly turned it into just a bar town. There's no more little shops. There's a couple little, there's really not little shops in Main Street. It's all bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bars and was it the ski drop or whatever?
That somehow has been there.
I don't know how that's fucking there still.
They probably have something online going on. I'm sure.
Yeah. But it used to be mostly antique stores and little shops, and now it's like just every building's a bar almost.
So does that mean that's what's coming up next for Geneva? Because they were all antiques and they're all on
Geneva's
business.
all jewelry stores.
Well, yeah, right. But they like that though. People like it though because they're like, it's not a bar town. They're like, we don't care. There's a couple bars in Geneva, but it's not every single store isn't a bar.
Well, but they're all bars are all restaurants mostly too.
Yeah, say they're all like fancy, like we have craft beers.
Yeah.
And
So I don't know. St. Charles is, I don't know. Everyone's kind of pissed about St. Charles, and they're talking about like, well, we'll shut the bars out an hour earlier, and they're like, that's not going to solve anything. All that means is all the problems your guys are having
midnight
between.
Then? Or 1?
They were talking 1, and then people were talking midnight, and then people were talking 11, and then they're like, all that means is the problems you guys are having between 1 and 2 are going to be happening between 12 and 1 or 11 and 12. They're like, it's not going to make the problems go away.
And that kind of fucks the. I mean, not every bar owner is a bad guy.
Well, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm sure something will happen. I already find it ridiculous that you can't buy booze in St. Charles after 11.
Yeah, we found that out.
It was at 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
We were going over to Rev's house, me, Chris, and Matt. And on our way out there, we're just like, oh, we'll pick up booze on the way. And so we get into St. Charles, and oh, look, perfect. Right on the corner, there's a fucking liquor store. And we look at it, and we're like, it's 10 o'clock, dude. Why is this shit closed? And so we don't get it. We're like, all right, well, let's go to the Walmart down the street. And we go down there. Closed.
Yeah.
All the shit. And then we find out 10 p.m. Who doesn't serve? Like, that's like a Sunday law. You know what I mean? Like,
that's how St. Charles has always been.
That's so much bullshit.
Well, Well, I mean, because what are the hours in every other town? I think it's pretty across the board 10 o'clock except for Elgin.
Shit, dude. We could buy booze to 1 a.m. on any day of the week.
In Elgin, Elgin's 2 a.m. Right? I thought it was.
I
2
think it's
in
1
mine.
a.m. weekdays,
Yeah.
2 a.m. weekend.
But I mean, St. Charles has always been 10 o'clock.
I don't understand that.
And
man.
I think Geneva's the same way. I think Batavia's the same way.
No, Batavia
Is it later?
Because the Jewel in Batavia sells till, I think, 1 a.m.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Mhm.
I mean, St. Charles has always been that way since I've been drinking.
That's beyond me, man. That's so ridiculous.
Because I haven't been to the bars in St. Charles in a bit.
Yeah.
It's been a couple years.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well,
what
that's
we're
an
doing
exception. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't miss it.
No.
now. I don't overly miss bars in general. I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the only time I really enjoy it now is like when you do something completely different. Like I love hitting. What is it? Up and down by Wrigleyville, man. That's fun. Like you go out, hit the Cubby Bear or something if you're seeing a band, and then you hit all the bars on the way to. Is it Clark or what's that street? Fuck, North Side. But you hit the North Side by Wrigleyville and shit. I'd hit bar after bar after bar, and that would be so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like, but that's something that you do so randomly.
Yeah.
That it's like.
But
you
even
know,
like,
I haven't been bar hopping
even-
for so fucking long.
even like Public House around here. I mean, I don't know. It's just like, everyone who works there is cool as shit.
Yeah.
You know.
right. To me, they're just kind of towny. You know what I mean? It's a place you go out and chill. It's not a place you go out and like fucking get hammered.
Yeah.
Beyond
You can.
rock and roll. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's why. I know.
You go to God's house for that.
Yeah. I mean, because in St. Charles, I haven't been bar hopping in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only bar I go to is River Rock House. It
Yeah.
used to be Cordon Blues, and that's been pretty much the only bar I've liked going to for the past 5 years. I mean, I remember, I don't know what it is. I mean, not saying anything about all girls, but we had a birthday outing for me the one year, and it was like, cool, let's go to the bars. No, fuck this, it's my birthday. We're going to the Rock House, And then Liz's birthday was the week before that. And I'm like, hey, let's go check out this band at the Rock House. Get your friends to go. And it's like, her friends are just like, let's just bar hop. And it's like, what's the point of doing that?
Well, it's different for guys and girls. Like girls that bar hop, their attention every bar they go to. You know what I mean? Guys are a little bit different. You have
Yeah.
to work for that. Attention. You know?
Yeah.
Well,
I just don't see the point of it, bar hopping.
I love it
man,
when I'm
because,
fucking hammered because I'm super social then.
Well, yeah.
And all I want to do is fucking be the center of attention. And then
Yeah.
I love it. Like I love bar hopping, which it works because
Yeah.
if I'm gonna bar hop, I'm gonna be fucking hammered. You know? So, and then especially when you're a little bit outside your element, like I don't like getting stupid anymore in
Yeah.
Elgin because it's like I know these people or at least they enough. Like, but if I go out to the city and fucking get shit faced, dude, it's like you could be like, "That was funny." I don't have to have.
I'll never see them ever again.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's like me and Minnesota. It's like, I'm only there for the weekend. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And then shit.
Exactly.
Nashville.
and then,
We're here for one night and one night
dude,
only. We're
right.
starting at 6 and we're going until we all fall asleep on our feet.
Right.
And we did.
Oh, dude.
but yeah, so good stuff. Oh, off topic. Just I just saw this news article the other day, and I'm a little bit rusty on it, but I'll give the highlights. But yeah, I'm circling highlights.
We're getting there.
So New York is starting to crunch down on. I guess there's an area where a lot of people dress up in like Elmo like these costumes and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that in this one area, and they kind of get paid for it, like take pictures with kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, now they're starting to crack down on it and put a lot more restrictive laws because people are getting in these costumes and they're becoming bigots or they're just
Yeah.
being extremely rude. Like like they had one woman or one dude in an Elmo costume and he picked up the kid and like took the picture from the mom and then demanded money from the mother, and because she wasn't getting the money out quick enough, just kind of like threw the kid to the ground.
broke character and got all fucking New
Yeah,
York
yeah.
on. I'm like, the fuck you mean? But imagine that coming from Giant Elmo.
And then I was just what is it? There was one where there was an Elmo outside like a toy store, and he was very anti-Semitic, and he was talking about leapfrog and how people shouldn't buy leapfrog toys because Jews made them in an Elmo costume.
Anti-Semitic Elmo.
So they're starting to crack down. Like they're putting more laws on who can be kind of dressed up and be in public and stuff like
Yeah.
that, which is kind of interesting to me.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
Some of the I think it was in New York. Like, you've seen those like robot guys who like cover their body in like gold or silver and they act like robots and shit.
Yeah.
Like I think it was in New York, like that same area, because you see other people in costumes. There's like a dude doing that shit, and like he's just he doesn't, and then he just like stands totally fucking still for like 20 minutes, like a statue, and like it was just so funny to me because like those guys usually just kind of don't move. And some guy's like fucking with him and fucking with him.
Yeah, was that on Reddit?
Yeah, and the guy's
I saw
just
that.
taking it, and then finally the guy's statue's just like, boom! And it just goes back to statue. It was pretty fucking funny.
Is there a video of that?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
on YouTube, yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
How much time we got?
Like 5-ish minutes.
Okay. I actually had like one decent topic maybe we can talk about next time, so.
okay, you want to wait till next time?
Yeah, I'll save it.
Okay.
Well, really quick probably to wrap up this episode. What? Just because I saw this on Twitter, and I don't think it's a question I've really asked you guys lately, but what would you say are like the 5 bands that you listen to the most right now?
Ghost!
Well, that's one.
I mean, for me personally, it'd be Ghost is number one. I've listened to that album. The new album, which comes out fucking Tuesday. I already got it. I paid for it, so I just downloaded it from somewhere to listen
Well, it's
to.
been streaming for free too.
Yeah, so I mean, it's fucking amazing. But for me, it's Ghost, Hillbilly Moon Explosion, which is a rockabilly band out of England, who aren't nearly popular enough. And then I've just been listening to like rockabilly compilations.
Oh, I gotcha.
So there's like 40 artists in there,
Yeah, it's funny because like a lot recently, I just been like I just had my iPod on shuffle. But yeah, Ghost for sure. Billy Joel recently.
Nice.
Dream Theater is always in there. Yeah, but like that, that sounds of the '70s like compilation.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there's like 26 volumes or
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah.
drawing a blank right now.
Cool.
Well, as of like the last like month and a half, it's all been like that rockabilly
Yeah.
stuff. Just everything for this band. But on average, it was. It's so funny, super power metal-y and symphonic metal. Within Temptation always tends to come up.
Oh, yeah.
Good
stuff.
I would say Ed Guy comes up quite a bit.
Heavenly.
Who else do I have stations for? Sonata Arctica will come up.
You've never changed, and I love it.
Fuck, what else would I?
The newest Suicidal Tendencies is fucking badass. I've never gotten into them, but now like they have this huge fucking black guy named Eric Moore, and he's like a gospel chops guy. The drums are stupid, awesome.
Eric Moore drums though? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's insane. Some of
check
the
that out.
best fucking drums I've heard on a fucking CD.
Like
and
thrashy type of shit, too.
Oh,
right?
dude, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like skate punk, but
Is
with
it-
like
yeah.
fucking chops
Is
up
it-
the fucking ass, dude.
Is it out? It's out already?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
out?
yeah, it came out 2 weeks ago. I wanna say.
Oh, shit. I gotta check
It's
that out.
really, really good.
I've been buying albums again, which I'm unemployed. I've been like, I should pay for shit now.
Right.
So I might actually buy that if it's cheap enough. Well, I got the Ghost album for $7.99, like physical copy. Like I pre-ordered it, and I bought the Hillbilly Moon Explosion album for $10. CDs are getting so cheap.
Yeah.
You know.
Was it newer band Birthday Massacre? I think it's called. I was listening to them a little bit.
What kind of music?
It's very like I found them through listening to Within Temptation, so
Ah.
it's very it's a little
Female
it's a
singer?
female singer, but it's a little more modern than that. Even though they are even though Within Temptation is relatively new.
Yeah.
And then I think it's about it. I know I've been throwing some Stradivarius like stuff on.
Dude, I was blasting what is it? Infinity the
Yeah.
other day.
The good era.
Yeah.
I also like I tweak it. It's funny because I have bad like those things like what is it like I know we all have this. It's those songs or those music artists that like fucking you don't want anybody else to know that you listen to, which we're on a podcast, so I'm going to tell you right now. But always turn like Spotify's like enable player off and start listening to like Eminem songs and shit
There's a
like
sound
that.
clip. There's a sound clip for this so
Yeah.
badly
I
right
know.
now. And like, yeah, your computer's dead.
But so I got little things like that. you know.
Really? Eminem? You consider a guilty pleasure?
Yeah, that's
it's a
weird.
guilty pleasure.
Eminem's cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still think he's like a guilty pleasure.
So I just stopped caring about like what people hear on my Spotify, like see what pops up, because I listen to some really gay shit too, like Ryan Cabrera, like it's super gay, super poppy, I caught my. This is weird. The only band I've caught myself that popped up because I was listening off of my iTunes library on Spotify. The only time I was like working around the living room and I had my computer going and I was like whatever the fuck came up, just like streaming shit. And for whatever reason, out of all the songs, I was like, oh, I don't want people to know I listen to that. Metro Station came on, and I was like, oh no! And I'm like, it's like you guys all know I just listened to like Best of Boy Bands Volume 1 for 20 minutes, but I can't let you know I like Metro Station. Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
It's I think the band is called Blue Sky Black Death. It's kind of a
Sounds cool.
no, it's a more of a mellow electronic kind of thing. And then that's the only like band really that I've been listening
There's
to.
always blue skies over black death.
And then yeah, it's mainly been like Pandora stations. So
Pantera Stations?
So on Pandora, what do I listen to? Oh no, second band. Oh no, no, the second band, Designer Drugs, always electronic, just like straight up EDM. But in terms of Pandora, it's usually patriotic country. What else?
American girl.
Oh, the doo-wop station.
Nice.
Doo-wop's cool.
And the Die Antwoord station.
Very good.
It seems like they're getting really popular. No?
Diane Ward?
Yeah.
I think it's lulled a little bit because they haven't put out a new video in a little bit, have they?
Well, yeah, they haven't put out a new album lately.
Yeah. So like I mean, when their videos come out, then they boom. You know, because their videos are kind of like the main attraction.
Yeah.
You know.
American girl.
But we're good for this episode.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Hey.